Imagine waking up one morning and discovering that the color of your skin could determine how the world treated you, where you lived, what work you could do, who you could marry, even whether you were considered free. It sounds like the world must have always been this way, but it wasn't. To understand the history of race, we have to travel much further back. Long before modern ideas of race existed, Africa was home to thousands of communities, cultures, kingdoms, and trading societies. People farmed the land. They traded across enormous distances. They built cities. They created art, technology, political systems, and powerful states. There was no single African experience. There were countless different histories happening at the same time. And slavery? That too has a much longer history than most people realize. Forms of slavery existed in many parts of the ancient and medieval world, including Africa, Europe, the Middle East, and Asia. But slavery in these societies was not always organized around the modern idea of race. That distinction is incredibly important, because then, something began to change. From the 15th century onward, European maritime expansion connected Africa, Europe, and the Americas through an increasingly powerful Atlantic system. Ships crossed the ocean, trade networks expanded, colonies grew, and millions of Africans were forcibly transported across the Atlantic and enslaved in the Americas. This was not simply migration. People were being taken from their homes and treated as property. Families were separated, communities were devastated, and the economic system built around this forced labor became enormously profitable. But there was another transformation. Ideas about human difference increasingly became connected to ancestry and physical appearance. Race was not simply an observation of human diversity. It became a way of classifying people. And those classifications were used to justify unequal treatment, exploitation, and domination. In other words, ideas about race helped turn a system of exploitation into something that could be presented as natural or even legitimate. But history isn't only a story of oppression. It is also a story of resistance. Enslaved people resisted in countless ways. Communities fought to survive. People escaped, they rebelled. They preserved languages, cultures, beliefs, music, families, and identities, despite extraordinary pressure to destroy them. And eventually, the systems that had seemed permanent began to be challenged. Slavery was abolished in different places at different times. But abolition did not instantly erase the ideas and inequalities created by centuries of slavery and colonialism. Those consequences continued to shape societies long afterward. So when we talk about race today, we're not talking about something that appeared overnight. We're looking at the result of centuries of history, centuries of power, economics, conquest, resistance, and changing ideas about what it meant to be human. And this is where our story begins.